What's going on, YouTube? Captain Toben here, and today Captain Shane and myself are up here on the Mississippi River just north of St. Louis, Missouri, and we are taking this 50 Cantius all the way from up here back to St. Petersburg, Florida. Should be an 8 to 10 day trip. Step outside. It is October 9th. And it is a little chilly out. It's like 46 degrees right now. Pretty cold for a couple of Florida boys. So yeah, we're waiting on the sun here this morning. Probably be another like 20 minutes or so, but then we're gonna get rolling south. Alright, don't know how well you guys can see me, but just fired up the mains, got the generator running, unplugged the boat, gonna get it rolling here. It should be getting light pretty quick. Talked to a couple of loopers yesterday, a couple people that are doing the Great American Loop, and they've said it's been very foggy out here in the morning, but from what I could see right now, there's not much fog at all, which is good, so we can get an early start and not have to worry about moving the boat in restricted visibility. So here we go. Alright, made it to the main channel. Sun's coming up and we got a really cool shot. Absolutely beautiful coming down the river here. Cool stuff. I'm gonna try to grab my bearings here and get her up on plane, get these engines warmed up. Alright, got her up and running. Got a couple miles till the first lock we got to go through. 2300 RPM, running her just under 80% load, doing 26.5 miles per hour, just about 24 knots. We're going downriver this entire trip, so that's going to help our efficiency. But good thing we waited till the sun to come up, because we already saw a few things floating in the water, like entire trees just floating in the river that could definitely affect you negatively, obviously, if you hit it. So we already knew coming into this trip that we were not going to run the rivers at dark, or do our best not to. So that's going to be the continued plan. All right, sun is up. We made it to the first lock, right up here. Just called the lock, and he's gonna open it for us here in a few minutes. Okay, got the green light, pulling in the lock.
Secure.
It's like the typical I've never been in a lock that doesn't have its own lines on it. Like, so what's the typical process?
Basically just get her tight, a little bit tighter, and then we'll drop you down.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. I mean, she's float, they'll float with the
Oh, okay.
down, so, because that's why I said they'll
Oh, I see what we're doing. That is very interesting. Marine Max 1 secure. Alright, Shane and I are already learning things. First lock. I've never been through a lock, neither has Shane, that doesn't have lines already on the lock wall that you can hold on to. But there's this thing. Put in the comments if you know what this is called, that we tie to, put the line around and back to our cleat just midship, and we just go down like that, and this floats with the water down there. So super interesting. Making good time. Lockmaster says we got a lot of traffic downriver because they're dredging. but should be a good time. Melvin Price Lock, Max 1, we are clear of your structure. Thank you for the opening.
Alright, you guys both have a good trip. Hey, thank you very much there, Mel Price. Mimi appreciates it. See you next time.
Alright, made it through a bunch of tugs this morning. It is 10:38 in the morning. Went through both of our locks that we were going to go through today. And we are coming up on St. Louis up here. I can see the arch. Pretty cool stuff. This weather's actually really nice. It's like high 60s right now. Because of the sun, it's actually warmer inside the boat than it is on the outside out here. So, bunch of fun. Okay. Passing St. Louis, and there's a bunch of super old, like industrial type buildings like this one along the Mississippi here. Bridges all look like they've been here a while, and then we're coming up on the arch right past those bridges. Pretty cool sight. That bridge looks super old. It's been there for a while. There's the St. Louis Arch right there. Bunch of tugs out here, a couple miles south of St. Louis now, and there's just tugs everywhere. And you gotta talk to all of them on VHF. We're on channel 13, bridge to bridge, and just communicating with all of them, letting them know our intentions, asking them what side they want us to pass them on, and just rolling, still rolling south. Just made a sandwich. Shane's trying to find the next tug on AIS. This boat doesn't have AIS, so we're having to use Marine Traffic, the app, to track all these boats and get to the, so we can find out what their name is, so we can call them and see what side they want us to pass them on. But I'm gonna eat my sandwich, and then I'm gonna take back over, and Shane's gonna eat his lunch. Shane's back in there making himself a sandwich. I'm back on the wheel. This is the app I was just talking about. This is a Marine Traffic, and it shows like all the boats on there, and you click on a boat and it tells you how fast it's going and what its name is and all that. You can click on it, and then even shows you a picture of it sometimes. So we're coming up on a pleasure craft. It's going just a little bit slower than we are, and yeah, so it's a super cool app to have. The only problem with it is, like, it doesn't show exactly where you are. Like, there's not like a blue dot like on a regular map screen. of where you are. So I don't know if there's a way to change that. We messed around with the settings and couldn't figure it out. If you do know, drop a comment below. I'd love to know. That'd make it a lot easier on finding out what boat we have to talk to next. We're cruising about 12 knots right now. The current's really helping us out. Okay, pulling up on our first fuel stop of the trip here at Hoppy's. Probably about 20 miles south of St. Louis here, still on the Missouri side of the river, and gonna top off. Let me know when you're whatever side, so I can put lines up. I'm gonna do port side. Alright, so we got fuel here at Hoppy's Marina, and while we were talking to the dock master, he told us that we could stay here the night if we wanted to. So that's what we decided to do. So just a nice easy day to start the trip, warm everything up. Boat's running great, she looks great too, and we're doing good. So that's about it for day one. Good morning. Day number 2 of 50 Cantius transport from Missouri to Florida. Getting the engine room open right here. Gotta do some checks. Alright, did some fluid checks. Fired the gen. I'll fire the mains here in a few minutes. Waiting on a little bit more sunlight. It's starting to come up over the river. Someone we were talking to last night says it gets foggier down the river, so instead of leaving right at dawn, we're gonna let the sun start to peak up, so if there is fog down there, it starts to burn it off, because we do not want to be going through tugs again with fog. So that's our idea right now. So I'll leave the engine hatch open, fire the mains here in a few minutes, and then check down there again while everything's running. Is usually pretty typical practice, and you usually repeat that every morning on these transports. So yeah, we're gonna get rolling here, probably about 15 minutes. Got the mains running, so we'll just watch them for like 2 or 3 minutes after we cranked them, and then get rolling here. Alright, we're about to go. Nice thing about this boat, you have a nice little side station right here, so I'll engage that, and then I'll just test it, make sure if I just move it, it's gonna work, which it is. So we're gonna use that to get off the dock. Okay, we've been going for about an hour this morning. Got the radar spun up. Only doing about 11 knots right now. There's still a good amount of fog on the river, so we're just taking it slow. Look at that thing. That thing's looks like 5 wide in the front and then 4 wide the rest of the way. That is insane. There's another one right behind it. There is all sorts of things going down the river on these tugs. That guy's pushing like a bunch of dirt and rock downriver. Cool stuff. Okay, a little update for you guys on day 2. It is just after 2 p.m. and we got just about another 10 miles in the Mississippi River, and then we're hopping into Ohio. So covered a lot of ground, knock on wood, but we're doing really good today. Shane, how do you feel about our situation?
Oh, I'm ecstatic.
We're fired up.
Adventure so far.
We love a good adventure, and we are fired up. Let's go out here. Running good. We like it. Alright, here we go. About to make our turn into the Ohio River here. That's the Mississippi. There's the Ohio River. Making our turn. Making our entrance into the Ohio River. In total, we did about 200 miles over there in the Mississippi yesterday and today combined. And we don't have too far into Ohio. We're just going to the Tennessee River. If I remember correctly, I have it mapped out on my phone, but we only got like 60 miles into Ohio before we get to the Tennessee. And then it's pretty much Tennessee all the way down to Alabama. Yeah. Homestead Lock, 50-foot pleasure craft on 1-3.
Homestead back.
Good afternoon. We talked on the phone about an hour ago, and we were trying to figure out what a good anchorage is here on the upriver side. Or
One that's right there by the upper set of sails on your port side. The sails are on your port side.
These ones right here.
yes, sir, I see him.
Okay, look over to your starboard side. There's 4 poles sticking up out of the water. See them?
Yes, sir.
You cannot touch them, but go over there somewhere close to them behind those red buoys over there, and make sure you got about 15-20 foot of water minimum underneath you. Anchor out anywhere between the buoys and those poles.
Copy that. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Alright, those are the instructions for the anchorage. And I think we got it. In between those poles and those red buoys. Yep. Bring her back here.
Make sure you lose that 20 feet.
Well, the river might change. I don't know if it would change by that much. Can't touch them. Go in between them. Alright, here outside Olmsted Lock. I'm pretty sure this is Illinois over here. and then this is Kentucky on this side of the river, but all anchored up for the night. It is 4:30, so didn't do too bad today. It's just there's not an anchorage in between here on the other side of the lock and the fuel dock. And the fuel dock, we weren't going to make it to the fuel dock in time, so got to anchor on this side. We'll be up early, try to be the first to the lock in the morning, and then get to the fuel dock and keep on heading to Kentucky Lake. Alright, got anchored up. So Shane and I aren't super familiar with Garmin. We're both Simrad certified, but we don't do a lot of Garmin boats. So Shane had to play with it a little bit, but he figured out how to give us an anchor alarm, and we just tested it. And right now we set it to 20 feet, which should be good because the current's going the same way the entire time in the river, right? It's not like we have to worry about tide swings, so we want it to be pretty sensitive. So that's just what we got going on right now, and probably cook up some dinner and chill for a bit. Good morning. Start of day 3 right now, and we're trying to get through the lock this morning. Just talked to the lock master, and we'll get through here in about an hour probably. They got some barges going through, the tugs, and then there's another pleasure craft over here that was in the anchorage with us last night. They're gonna go through with us. So yeah, we're gonna try to get to that fuel dock, get some fuel. Okay, we probably still have a bit before they let us in the lock, but we're gonna pull anchor and just go out there and float. So as soon as they open it for us, we are ready to go. Okay, just had to wait a good little bit for them to give us the green light, but we got it. So we're gonna go ahead and head in there.
New dock down here.
Not this one, but the next one?
Yeah, I think the next one. Alright, all tied up. Just let the lockmaster know we're secure. Just closing the gate. And we're looks like we're going up quite a bit. You can see the water line way up there, so we're going all the way up there. And then gonna keep on rolling. Look good, Shane? Thumbs up. We still don't know what these are called. Shane and I are just calling them the floaty thingies. Put the line on the floaty thingy. It'll take us up. I like it a lot. The only locks I've really been through are the locks through Lake Okeechobee in Florida, and all those locks have lines on the dock walls, like they're just lines coming down. And you come up to the lock wall and you just grab the line and put it around one of your cleats, one in the bow and one in the stern, and that works pretty well. But this is super cool. The only issue I would see, if like you're any bigger than we are, you might get some heavy pivots. So if you're over 50 foot, you would have to be make sure you're paying attention for sure. But pretty cool system. I like it. Out there. Not much farther to go. You can see the water's probably gonna stop right there where that water line is. Another nice day though. Coming up where we could see over the lock wall. I don't know if y'all can see them, but there's some fishermen over there fishing the dam. If you know what people fish for in the Ohio River, put them in the comments below. I don't know if they're bass fishing or I thought I saw some catfish like rolling last night, but I don't know what I saw. There might have been like carp or something. But yeah, no. If you know what people fish for in the Ohio River, let me know. I'm curious. All right.
Two pleasure crab chamber. You guys are good to go.
There's the call. We're good.
Copy, sir. Thank you. Y'all have a safe trip. Will do. Thanks for your help today. Fair to Ashley Downson. Ashley, come in there. I'm heading up your way towards American Bar there. What can I do for you, buddy? That's that one whistle as good as anything, huh? Sir, I'm only stepping wide here. Sounds good. See you on that one. I appreciate the call. Sir, good morning, Sally. That one whistle be just as good. I don't know what y'all are doing in the Pretty quiet behind me for a little while.
Homestead Lock, 50-foot pleasure craft, rear, clear your gates. Thank you for the opening. I know earlier in this video I was talking about how I couldn't get my location up on the marine traffic app because this boat doesn't have AIS and we're tracking all the tugs on our phones, but I was able to figure it out through settings. Set to share my location with the app. So got that figured out. So that's good. Now it's a lot easier to find ourselves in the river now. Looks like a beautiful day on the Ohio River. We got a hour and a half run here this morning to make it to that fuel dock in Paducah, and then we should be good for the rest of the day. Lamont Trader 50-foot pleasure craft coming up on your starboard quarter. How do you want to see me, Cap?
Hey, you come out at 2.
Roger that. See you on the 2. Captain Ed, 50-foot pleasure craft coming off your port quarter. How do you want to see me, Cap?
Captain Ed, radio there. Copy on that, see there, record.
Copy that, see you on the tube. Alright, pulling up on Paducah fuel dock. We're at 38% fuel, so we're going to take a good little bit. Okay. It's still reading. Watch that dinghy up there at the front of the dock for me. So we just got fuel at Paducah Marina in Kentucky, and now we're running to the Cumberland River. We also filled up with fresh water, so that was good. So we're gonna run through the Cumberland. There's a lock to get into Kentucky Lake. We gotta go through that lock, and then we're pushing to the south side of Kentucky Lake today, trying to get close to 200 miles behind us. The 50 Canty is still running good. I get doing this for a couple days on the river. I get people wanting to do the Great Loop. I always kind of had the idea, like, if you have the choice between doing like the Caribbean or the Great Loop, you would do the Caribbean. But like, I get people wanting to do the Great Loop and wanting to do the Caribbean. Like, super cool out here, especially this time of year, middle of October. The weather's beautiful, beautiful. It's 50s in the morning, and then it gets into the high 60s, low 70s during the day. It's just an awesome time of the year to be here, and it's a beautiful place. and fun running all the rivers and locks and passing the tugs and meeting all the cool people on the river. It's a cool deal. Bunch of tight corners here in the Cumberland. These tugs really got to get on it to make these turns. We let them know way in advance that we're coming. Alright, we made it up here to the Berkeley Lock and Dam. Waiting on a lock up here in the top of the Kentucky Lake, and we are in a row of about 12 or 13 pleasure boats. There's a tug in the lock right now. Once he gets out, they're going to reset the chamber, and they're going to try to get us all in there together. But he did say it's probably going to be another hour or so, and the chances are pretty high that we're going to have to fender to somebody else. So, not ideal when you're transporting a brand new boat. You don't really want to try to get close to somebody, especially if you don't know their experience level. But if I'm the one fendering to somebody else, I'm okay with it. I don't want somebody pulling up to me. So yeah, I'm just going to try to get on somebody else and do it that way. Right now, just fighting the current, going straight into it, just in and out of gear. Fun stuff.
Faster as because we can. We're the catamaran about to enter the chamber. Where would you like us?
Leave a pin in between. Come up to the next pin that's available. The 1-2-3 boat on the left-hand side, you need to come down. Keep going down to the next pin.
Copy that.
Naughty girl, if you can hear me, I think you're the catamaran that's in here. I'd like to tie up on your side. Over.
Could go up.
Roger that, we're all set up for you. We got fenders over the side. Come on up and we'll help you if you can.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
I apologize, I can't remember everybody's names, so I'll probably end up calling you number 1, 2, or 3, or 4, just behind you all. Just be mindful, pretty much be mindful of any boats behind you. So try to keep it at a no wake going out when we raise you up, and you're going to see a long wall on your left-hand side and a short wall on your right-hand side. Once you're beyond that short wall on the right-hand side, you can kick it up a notch. But as long as you're in the chamber and exiting when you leave, just kind of keep a no wake to it so nobody else back here gets beat up, because we are going to be double tied. We'll get a picture of y'all, because our bosses like those kinds of pictures. They send them up to Nashville District, and sometimes they post them on our homepage of the pleasure crafts making trips, you know, for the winter trip.
What do you got?
No, this is Berkeley Lock. It's the man on the wall. Can you give me a call on my cell number quick?
Gotcha.
What's up? Okay. Alright, this is actually pretty crazy. Cool though. All these boats in here. That's the 100-footer right there. Gonna be 17 of us total, including that 100-footer.
We're the sailboat without the mast.
What's that? Yeah, dude, they're professionals. Oh, these guys don't even have a stern fender. Look at this guy's shirt. Look at this guy's shirt. I don't think this guy's got help, but he's gonna try to get on us. Yes, sir. You don't have lines ready.
Hey guys! Watch out! He just lost his gear.
That sailboat just lost gear.
Lock mast to the sailboat that just stepped in here has lost its shifting capability.
I heard the prop scrape against the fucking boat.
Oh wow.
We had this sailboat over here just lose gear. Super unfortunate. He just lost capability to shift. He was pulling straight up to us, and he lost it, and he got pushed straight over to the other side. And I don't think it was that bad when he bumped into that boat over there. But now it's a problem of how he's going to get out of the lock when we get out of here. Worked out pretty good. We're on the end of the wall here, and nobody had to tie up to us, so it's pretty good. Alright. Heading out of the lock. We got about 7 miles to the marina we're staying at. And we got to slip. The power situation might be a little iffy, but that'll be alright. Might have to run the generator at the dock, but we'll see what the deal is and if they allow that or what we might have to do. But maybe they can move some things around and get us in a slip where we'll be able to plug our 50 amp cord into. This boat only.
Semantics. This is bad parents. I'll wait for you.
This boat only has one 50 amp cord that needs to be plugged in. That's a beautiful boat.
Maybe you go ahead and go if you'd like.
So wrapping up for day 3 here, about 15 minutes from the marina. Just going slow because all these houses along the riverbank for the channel into the marina here, all of them are floating docks, so I don't want to rock them around. If I throw a big wake, I could possibly damage them, or there's a bunch of boats fishing these docks too. But yeah, that lock slowed us down a little bit, but we knew we were going to have days that happened to us because we're going down with all the loopers right now. I wanted to get at least like another 40 miles or so done today, get finished with Kentucky Lake. Didn't work out that way, part of the deal. But I think within the next day or two we are going to get ahead of the bulk of the great loopers, because as long as we're not slowing down for tugs or slowing down for going past these pleasure crafts that are doing the great loop, we're running 27 miles per hour, 24, 25 knots the entire time. So I think by the end of the day tomorrow, or definitely the next day, we will be past all of the pleasure crafts that are doing the Great American Loop. So that should help the locking process as we get further down the Tennessee River and close to Alabama, where we're coming out at in the ICW. Shane was nice enough to take the wheel from me, so getting out here. So many beautiful houses on the lake. Definitely a privilege to get to do this kind of stuff, that's for sure. Fun times. Long days, but good days. You know what I'm saying? Transporting a brand new yacht from Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, all the way back to St. Petersburg, Florida. And I was talking about the locks earlier, and the locks are really going to be the factor in if we can make it back to Florida 6 days from now or more like 9 days from now. Because that entire locking process we just did took us 3 hours. So if we have to do that every other day, or have to do it twice in one day, it's not gonna work out so well for our timing. Which we're not in a rush, not the end of the world, but this boat has already been purchased. It's delivering down in St. Petersburg. Shane and I are going to do the orientation on this boat with the customer. The customer's trading up from a 37 Sundancer Sea Ray to this 50 Cantias. Alright, so the marina we were going to stay at won't be able to take us actually. It's a smaller marina and it doesn't have the dock space that was communicated to us in the draft that we need to get the boat in there. And plus they don't even have diesel, which it says that on avionics. I should have looked at that, that's my fault. but there's a marina 12 miles further down the lake that is actually right next to a good anchorage. They have diesel, so we're just going to go anchor there for the night, grab diesel in the morning, and then keep heading down. So that's the plan as of right now. Alright, we're not going to let the miscommunication with the marina over there stop us from still enjoying ourselves. We're pulling back here to this nice little anchorage. It's super cool, really pretty back here. So we'll get the boat back here in one of these coves, get anchored up for the night, and we got burgers. So a nice anchorage and burgers, you still can't be mad about that on a brand new 50-foot yacht. So not really much to complain about, that's for sure. Okay, so this is the cove that we picked out. One other boat in here, but still super nice. We just saw a deer around that corner. That was pretty cool. There's something in the water right there. I don't even know what that is. It's not an otter. It's like it's almost like a bass or something. Oh no, it's an Asian carp. Okay. I thought it was like an injured, yeah, no, it's like an injured Asian carp is what it is. It's swimming all weird. Yeah. 13? Okay. Shane gave me a number. Now I could just push the foot pedal down. Okay, we are anchored up in this little cove for the night. Beautiful spot on Kentucky Lake. Sun's going down. We're gonna grill up some burgers and hang out for a little bit. Get some sleep before running hopefully 200 miles tomorrow. Try to cover some more ground again. But yeah, I have between the first 3 days, I have a ton of footage already. So I'm gonna make this a multi-part series on YouTube. So this is the end of part 1, the first 3 days of 50-foot yacht delivery from Missouri to Florida. If you guys stay to the very end, I appreciate you guys.